Welcome to our presentation on cyber protect advice for parents. So what is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is how to protect you and your child's money and data from being at risk to a cyber threat. This is mainly done by the way you conduct yourself online and how you use your devices. Let's start off with protecting online accounts. Each one of us has a digital footprint. Your digital footprint is the data that is left behind whenever you use a digital service. Each time you go online, you're leaving a trail of information behind you. So it's important to be aware of it because anything that is posted online can be traceable to you. An example for this could be tagged photos, likes on Facebook and Twitter, browsing history, email, shopping online, banking, gaming, and many more. Do you know what social media accounts your child has? Do you keep a record of the social media account ID as well as the name of the account? You can change the name of the account but not the ID. Do you know what apps they are using? To help clean up your digital footprint, you can opt for friends only and hide your friends list. This is so that only people who can view information are people you approve. This can help prevent people trying to scam you or your child's friends pretending to be you or your child. It's a good idea to adjust location settings in applications to prevent strangers knowing where you and your child are. There have been cases of individuals coming home to burgled houses after posting that they were away from home. Make sure you carefully read options when you or your child subscribe to anything. Let's be honest, most of us don't have the time or energy to read a 1,000-page terms of service agreement when you sign up to a new service. However, it is a good idea that you review the privacy sections of these documents so that you are aware of what data and personal information may be recorded when you sign up and how they may use this data. Use a website browser to change privacy settings as this may give you more options. This is the case for Facebook, so if you can't find out what setting you want, you should try and look on the desktop version instead. We advise you to have some conversations with your child about what they are doing online and how long they are spending on it. This is not a telling off or a checking in on them. This is to start a conversation which will help you understand their online usage. We will go on to talk about privacy and how it is totally normal for most young adults and children to want an element of privacy. However, having an open, trusted conversation with a child about their social media usage can be really beneficial to you and your child. Some other topics we suggest to talk about are places that they're visiting online, how long that they are spending on there, what the best websites and apps are, what their friends are doing online, and whether anything online has upset them. Gaming online is becoming more common among children. This means making sure your child is staying safe online is increasingly important. Make sure your child does not download any games or add-ons from unknown sources. This is because official storefronts have regulations that ensure the products are virus-free and safe to download. Remind your child that if a player is being inappropriate, they can report and block them. Be cautious of players that they do not know in real life. Check that your child does not disclose any personal information about themselves, click on links sent, or trust instructions from people that they only know online. Make sure they are playing age-appropriate games. Even if they are mature enough to play the game, they will be playing the game with people who are potentially a lot older than them. If there are valuable game items, money, or personal data being given, there is the capability of a cybercriminal to take advantage. This means that you should be aware of what your child is doing and saying online. For more information about what you can do, visit www.thinkyouknow.co.uk and www.internetmatters.org. Let's watch a quick video on online gaming. More people are gaming online, so it's important to stay secure. Don't download from unknown sources. Use a strong and unique password. And don't trust links or instructions from unknown players. Find out how to protect yourself at cyberaware.gov.uk. Another way of protecting you and your child online is by having a strong, secure password. A great method of creating a secure password is using 3 random words. This is a really good compromise between password strength and the ease of use. It's a chance to be creative and come up with some unique passwords that mean something to you, and that only you will know. Make sure you do not use information easily accessible about you or your child, such as your birthdays, pets' names, or family names. Of course, memorising all of these separate passwords can be difficult. There are password managers that are widely available which will help you store your password securely. Alternatively, you could save your password into your computer browser as long as it is not a shared or public computer. Password recovery questions should not be easily guessed, and should not be information that you share publicly. Another way of protecting your online accounts is to use two-factor authentication. You can find step-by-step guides on setting up two-factor authentication on the CyberAware website. Two-factor authentication is also known as two-step verification or multi-factor authentication, and is offered by many online platforms. Alongside using strong passwords, two-step verification adds an extra layer of protection to your accounts. Two-step verification helps protect you against your passwords becoming compromised, so that no transactions or changes can be made using your account without you authorizing via a second means. An example of this is inputting a unique code into the website that you receive via a text message. You can usually find the option to turn it on under Settings or Account Profile. This prevents strangers from accessing your child's account, even if they have your child's password. You can find links to step-by-step instructions on how to switch this function on across different types of accounts on the CyberAware website. Let's move on to cyber threats you and your child may encounter. A popular cyber threat amongst children is denial of service. This is where multiple requests are sent to a computer in the network, in the aim of shutting it down. Each computer or device on your home internet network has its own unique IP address. This is a bit like a home address for post, and your internet router acts as a post office, delivering mail. Normally, the router delivers this data or information to the IP address, or computer, that needs it. In a denial of service attack, the computer outside of the home network will try to target a specific IP address on your network and send loads of data to it to try and overwhelm it, causing it to crash. You may find that if a device on your network is being targeted for a denial of service, the rest of your network could slow down or lag. If your child is constantly resetting the router, they may be facing a denial of service. Your child may encounter this threat more frequently than yourselves, especially if they play an online game. Remind your child that if a player is being inappropriate, they can report and block them. Be cautious of players that they do not know in real life. Check that your child does not disclose any personal information about themselves, click on links sent, or trust instructions from people that they only know online. Phishing is another cyber attack you may come into contact with. Phishing is a method cybercriminals will use to try and get you to click on a bad link. This link may infect your device with malicious software or send you to a fake website to take your private or financial information. Private information is any information on you that can be used to identify you that is unique to you. Your national insurance number is an example of this and could be used for identity theft. Phishing doesn't just apply to emails. Criminals are also looking to target us on social media, messaging apps, and via text messages. Let's take a look at some. SMS phishing messages can often be hard to spot, as scam messages will join the same thread as legitimate text messages. Scammers will often spoof messages to hide their true identity, posing as a legitimate company or organisation. The spoofed text will often include links to dodgy and fraudulent websites. Therefore, like emails, it's important not to be guided by the links, and instead you should find your own way there via searching on the internet. Independent school parents targeted by payment fraud scam. An independent school was targeted by cybercriminals. A phishing attack led to the compromise of parents' contact details. Cybercriminals emailed the parents pretending to be from the school. They requested that parents change the school bank details for next term's fees. Parents updated bank details to send the next term fees to the cybercriminals. Parents' details were also sold on for identity fraud as a result. Phishing emails often contain errors such as spelling mistakes, old company logos, and have email addresses that are similar but not the same as recognised companies or organisations. If you do see the telltale signs of a phishing email, forward it to report@phishing.gov.uk. If you do receive a phishing text message, forward the message to 7726. So you may be wondering how you can secure your device. We are all spending more time online, downloading new apps and software. Keep cybercriminals out. Only download from trusted sources. Regularly update apps you use. Always back up important files and data. Find out how to protect yourself at cyberaware.gov.uk. After you have downloaded apps, make sure that you install the latest software and app updates regularly. If not, cybercriminals can exploit the fault in devices that are not updated. Most devices allow you to turn on automatic updates so that you can update your devices when you are not using them. This makes the updates less of a burden and keeps you and your child safe. Another way you can protect you and your child from cyber attacks is by backing up your data. You might be wondering what backups have to do with online security. While it doesn't make you more secure, it does act as an insurance policy if you ever find yourself a victim of cybercrime. Here are some things to consider when backing up your data. Identify what data you need to back up. Your first step is to identify your essential and most important data. Normally, this will comprise of documents, photos, emails, contacts, and calendars, most of which are kept in just a few common folders on your device. Keep your backup separate from your computer. Whether it's on a USB stick or a separate drive or computer, access to data backups should be restricted so that they are not permanently connected. Consider using a cloud backup. This is because it will help keep your data separate from your computer. And some cloud backups are automatically able to upload your data. Keep the backup updated. It is important it is constantly updated. If you do not, you are still at risk of losing that data that you have recently stored on your device, but not backed up. Another way of protecting your data and devices is by using antivirus and firewalls. Antiviruses are computer software that help protect your device from viruses and malware. It's important to keep these updated as criminals change their methods regularly and will update viruses to try and circumvent outdated antiviruses. Updating your antivirus will help keep you protected from the new malware that is being developed. There are free versions, however, paid versions are better as they have more features. Firewalls help block harmful software and should be on by default. So check regularly that they are on. Another protective measure you can do is by securing your Wi-Fi. Securing your Wi-Fi. Most reputable internet service providers will provide customers with documentation, videos, and FAQ pages to help you secure your router. Sometimes it is possible to set parental controls via your administrative portal. However, most internet service providers will allow you to configure your rules via your online account. These include blocking inappropriate content. Check with your internet service provider on how to access this. Most routers will have their wireless access key stamped on the back or the top of the device. Most routers are omnidirectional, broadcasting signals outwards in all directions, like a giant inflatable beach ball. Careful placement of the hub will not only maximise connectivity inside your home, but prevents your signal being broadcast outside of the premises for any passerby to see. Check the Wi-Fi router instructions on how to do this, or call your internet service provider. You are also able to set up parental controls on mobile data with certain service providers. How to access your router. Your router is the internet gateway to your home. First, we need to find your router's IP address. For example, if you are with BT, you would search, "What is my BT IP address?" You will find the IP address in the search results. If you have a BT router, this will be your router's IP address. Enter your IP address into the search bar. This will take you to your router's home page. This is what your router's home page might look like. They do vary depending on who you are with. You will find settings here such as connection status, wireless status, and a list of devices connected to your network. Let's take a look at wireless settings. Here you will find things like your wireless network name, the type of security used, and you can also change your Wi-Fi password. If you want to change these settings, click here. You will find the admin password on your router. We strongly recommend you change this, especially if you have children that are likely to log in and play with the settings. The advanced settings are here. Click here to see them. Here you will find settings such as wireless and access control. For most routers, you can set parental controls by logging into your online account. Parental controls. Parental controls are a reason why a conversation at the start is so important. How do you know what security settings or parental controls are relevant if you do not know what application your child is on? When you find out what app or game they are using, go online and set up parental controls. Make sure you do your homework. Know how to use parental controls on computers, games consoles, privacy features on social networking sites, and safety options on search engines. Let's move on to fraud. Beware of telephone cold callers. Not everyone is who they claim. Scammers can try to get personal information out of you. If they tell you to call someone to prove who they are, wait at least 10 seconds after the call to make sure that they are still not on the line. If you do not, you may be forwarded to the same number thinking you are calling someone else, when actually it is really the fraudsters. Cold callers can try and convince you to allow remote connection. This can lead to software and remote access fraud. Beware of scammers trying to contact you purporting to be from the internet providers, IT support, and Microsoft. These are common personas that fraudsters adopt. You may get a pop-up on your device trying to get you to respond to a fake issue. The individual gets access to your device and steals your information. You should never allow them to do this, as they will be able to see your computer and all the information on it that is not shown on screen. This means that if you have any personal details on your computer, like bank details, they can see it and potentially use it. For more information on this, go to www.actionfraud.police.uk. If you have become a victim of fraud, you may be contacted with a follow-up scam, which is also known as a recovery scam. The cybercriminals may recycle their scam and contact you pretending to be victim or asset recovery support. The police, Action Fraud, and the bank would never call you first and claim to give you your money back. They also would never charge you upfront for this service. There is no legitimate company or organisation that can definitively say that they can give you your assets back after a scam. If you receive a call like this, then it is very likely to be a scam. Reporting and useful links. You can report fraud and cybercrime by using the phone numbers on the screen. You can report online at www.actionfraud.police.uk, which is open 24/7, or you can report by phone. You can report fraud by speaking directly to specialist fraud advisors. They will also be able to give you help and advice about fraud. This line is open Monday to Friday between 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you experience a significant increase in phishing attempts or unauthorized users trying to access your account, this may be because your personal information was leaked in a data breach. HaveIBeenPwned.com is a free website that can check if your email has been compromised in a data breach. Simply enter your email address into the website and it will check your email has been recorded as compromised. If you have been compromised, you should change all of the passwords relating to that account immediately. Internet Matters support parents and carers to navigate the ever-changing digital landscape. They offer the best advice and information available to help you engage in your child's online life and manage the risks that they may face online. They cover all kinds of content from age ranges 0 to 14 plus. The National Cyber Security Centre support the most critical organisations in the UK, the wider public sector, industry, small to medium enterprises, as well as the general public. When incidents do occur, they provide effective incident response to minimise harm to the UK, help with recovery and learn lessons for the future. The NCSC offer free cyber action plan on their website. Simply answer the questionnaire around cybersecurity and you'll get a personalised list of activities that you can do to improve your cybersecurity. You have probably seen links during this presentation to East Midlands Cybersecurity website. The website provides free cybersecurity advice, latest news articles so you can be prepared for any cyber threats you may face. Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope you have found it informative.